So welcome to ENTC 1124 class. I just gave you the syllabus and the grading policy and also a weekly schedule. So in the syllabus you have some description about the course. It's pretty much the topic headlines of the topics we are covering. So if you don't understand most of the topics here, this is fine, because this is why we are here, because we probably don't know all the topics yet. And then we have a course outcomes. These outcomes basically will tell you what you are going to learn in this class by the end of this semester. And also I listed some required materials here. So out of the required materials, number one is the textbook, which should look like this one. But in case you want to buy an older version, that is fine. Do not go too. I'm saying this is the 4th edition, but in case you want to buy the 3rd edition, this is still fine, because that might be cheaper, but there are not too much difference between the 3rd and 4th, so you can go for 3rd as well. So and also for this class we must need a scientific calculator. Okay. In case you have a Texas Instrument calculator like the ones we have for the math classes, like TI 83 or 84 plus, which will also work, because those are better than even scientific. So maybe you can consider buying those in case you have to take some math classes in future, because pretty much all the math classes require the TI calculators. So those are like TI, let me write down in case. So TI 83, these are the model number. TI 84 plus, 83 plus, these are, the 84 plus is probably the most latest and has the highest features compared to other ones. You don't have to buy that one, but in case you want to, you are expecting some math classes in future, so you will need those calculators for sure, so you can buy those. Okay, and number 2 is a supplemental text, so you don't have to buy that one. So you pretty much cover everything from that text within the classroom, so you don't have to buy anything for number 2. And some basic, policies like cheating and attendance policy, and these are all the topics we'll be covering, and these are the headlines of most of the topics. But some of the additional things you might want to consider reading. And the next 2 pages I gave you about the grading policy of this class. So these are some holiday important deadlines. So in case you cannot make this class, for some reason you have to drop, make sure you drop it in time, because we have a deadline for dropping the class and getting a grade of W. If you try to drop after that date, no matter how hard you try, you will end up getting an F, and F messes up the financial aid. So make sure if you have to drop it for some reason, you can talk to me, of course. You can find some other way, but make sure you take some steps. Don't just stop coming to the class, because there is no way we can help you if you stop coming to the class and something happens to you. Okay. And we'll have 3 tests for this class. The last test is basically the final. So final is going to be a comprehensive exam, which will cover pretty much everything. All the chapters will be covering from the book, because all the chapters we have here written are basically the chapters from that book. Okay. So and test 1 and test 2, we have the specific dates. I mentioned the date in the weekly schedule. I'll go with you with this weekly schedule. And also when you sign in, there is a sign-in sheet, right? There are dates, okay, written for those tests, and those dates are red. If you check, you'll see some of the dates are red. Those are the test dates. Test 1, test 2. So, we will also give you a reminder. And these are the grading distribution, meaning test 1 here is 25%, test 2 is 25%, final exam is 25%, which is test 3, and we have plenty of quizzes in the quiz section in pause. Okay, those are like homeworks. So you'll have 25% from there. So pretty much we'll talk about something, we'll cover something after that topic or chapter. We'll go for the homework, we'll do the homework. But you can do the homework here and outside of the class, but we prefer doing here. But if you cannot finish, make sure you finish it before you come back next week, because we just meet once, so you have plenty of time to finish everything. And by the next time you come back, because all the materials we have in the class, those are in sequence, because if you don't cover something, there is no way you will understand the next topic. So you make sure you finish everything before you come back, okay, next time. And again, we don't prefer having a lot of makeups, but make sure you let me know if you have something going on, and let me know about those. And the last page is probably the most important one, where we gave you a schedule of all the classes, what we are doing in which dates. Okay, so starting from today, we also mentioned the test dates here, and the breaks. We have just 1 week break, so that one class, except that we'll be meeting pretty much every Friday, starting from today to 1st of May. And I don't know the date of that final yet, so that's why I put it blank. So I'll let you know once I know it, okay? Because the date of final will be announced by the college, so I'll know it. Once I know it, I'll let you know. So it will be sometime between May 2nd to May 8th. So most likely on May 8th, because that is a Friday, so but I'm not sure at this point. I'll let you know the time and date, okay? It might be a little bit different time as well. Okay, and one more important thing is, this class, all the lectures are recorded in a software called Tegrity. Okay, I'm not sure, have you ever used that software? Probably some of you might have in some other class. That software is accessible from pause. Okay, I'll show you how. So let me show you first. Here, if you go to pause, let me show you here. Let's say if you go to the pause and click the course tools. Can you see it now? If you click the course tools, there is Tegrity here. If you click the Tegrity, it will take you to a different window, which will open up all the lectures recorded by now. So since this is the first lecture is being recorded right now, it will be uploaded here soon. So after every lecture, within 15 minutes, you will see this lecture here. So the lecture will have the PowerPoint with the voice in the background. The voice means whatever we are talking here, all the voices being recorded. So the good thing is, in case you miss the class for some reason, you can always go back and listen the lecture. Okay, and also during the test, we always forget. So go back to the previous lectures. You have all the dates and lectures here. You can listen every single lecture, no matter where you are, as long as you have Wi-Fi. And another good thing is, this software has free apps for Apple, meaning the iPhone and Android. So no matter what sort of device you use, maybe iPad or like tablets or cell phone, any sort of cell phone, you should be able to install the apps. That's free, okay? And you need a first-time registration, which is also pretty easy. To do the registration, you go here from your account, and then click My Account. Click My Account here. Once you click My Account, you'll see something like this, and click Generate Code. If you click Generate Code, it will just generate a code like this. This code is a randomized code. It will be different for everybody. Don't copy my code, because it will be different. So just enter the code into the apps for the first time. When you install the apps, it will ask for the code. Just install that will be just one time. Once you just enter this code, after that point, every single time something is uploaded, you see that lecture in that app. Within 15 minutes after we are done. So no matter where we are, you can always listen to the lecture from cell phone, iPad, any sort of tablet, PC, laptop, anywhere. Okay. That's the good news. But the bad news is that in case you miss the class, I'll assume you will always listen to the lecture before you come back to the class. Okay? So if you come back and tell me, oh, I was not here, that is invalid in this class. Because even if you are not here, I'm assuming you are listening to this lecture. Okay? That means you must have to listen to the lecture before you come back next time, in case you miss for some reason, whatever the reason is. And for every lecture, we have some homework, as I mentioned. Okay, some homework, some lecture, some chapter have a little bit more, some chapter has a little bit less. So I will always expect you to finish all the homework before you come back next time, because the homework is online in PAWS under the quiz section. It's not uploaded there for some reason, but it will be there by a couple of days. For some reason, I don't see the quizzes yet. So it will be under the quiz section. You know how to go to the quiz section in PAWS, right? So for each chapter, we have 2, 3, 4 parts of quizzes. We'll do the quiz, and then we are done for that chapter. Okay, and for all the tests, we have sample test. We'll do the sample test before the test. Okay. Any other question about the syllabus, grading, and integrity? Okay. And also, you can buy a basic earphone. It should not be more than even $5. So what you can do is using the, so because you can listen to the lecture anywhere, because in case you miss the lecture, you need to listen it. So probably that might be a good thing to, And also, before the test, you probably want to go back to some of our previous lectures in case you forget what we discussed. Okay. You will have all the lectures there. It's already there, all the PowerPoints. But in case you want to listen, okay, and that's exactly the lecture we are having here, all the discussions we will have here, okay. Okay, so we'll stop here for regarding the lecture. I'm saying regarding the schedule, syllabus, and everything. Now we'll talk about our first lecture. Let's go to the another PowerPoint.